Hey LinkedIn, just thought I'd throw out something that came up today. We were talking about this, and I think this is really true, and I think it's true for a lot of companies, and it's something that I'm passionate about for what we do. But when you're trying to sell somebody and you're working on a sales project of some type, marketing, sales, but you know, deals can get stuck, or they can hang up, and one of the reasons that is if people don't understand, they can't decide. And certainly if you're in a creative space, or really a lot of pretty much any space, but when you're selling something, if they can't conceptually understand, if they don't visually understand what you're talking about, or they can't see it, or they can't see the ROI, and if that's not clear, you may still get the deal done. It's gonna take longer, it's gonna drag it out, or it may not get done at all. And it's worthwhile to paint the picture and do a great job to paint the picture and do the heavy lifting for the prospects so they can understand, which means then they can decide. But a lot of things will hang up, even if you have a great idea, even if it's a great idea and it's good and it's definitely something they should do, or whatever it is that you're working on, your product, your service, or whatever, it could be the exact right thing, but if it doesn't click because they visually can't see it, or they can't show other stakeholders who can't see it, or don't understand how it's going to have the ROI, or don't understand how it's going to come together, it will hang up, it will get stuck. And so as anybody who's doing sales, you really want to do a good job visually showing it so they do understand it, it does convey. You can do that a couple different ways. You can create a great deck, you can create video content, you can create a site, you can create all of those things that help visually show it, break it down, map it out, and it'll make it a lot easier. It is work, it's extra work to close the deal and work on those things, and it can be frustrating, maybe even more expensive because you have to put money into it. But in the long run, I think it's worth it. And once you create something once, that does scale. You know, you can create a visual piece, a video, and deck, and the site, and all those different things to help really truly show it. And I think that if you really show it, you know, it'll make your life easier, and it'll make the prospect's life easier so they can actually decide. But often it'll get stuck. You know, if they can't see what's in your mind, you know, and if that's not totally conveyed, and I'm guilty of this myself, I've definitely done it, and I notice that's a part where things hang up. You know, when you see it clearly, but they don't see it clearly, and maybe another stakeholder doesn't totally see it clearly, or they don't understand, people can't decide if they don't understand. So it's food for thought, something to think about. Hope you had a great week, and yeah, any comments, leave it below.